The Fellowship of the Middle East Evangelical Churches, FMEEC, is an association of the mainline evangelical churches, Anglican, Lutheran, and Reformed, in the Middle East and North Africa. These are the countries where churches of FMEEC are located.
The Fellowship of Middle East Evangelical Churches is one of the oldest inter-evangelical fellowships in the Middle East, especially for those evangelicals who are ecumenically minded. Of course, I'm talking about the Reformed, the Lutheran, and the Anglican churches. And these churches got together many years ago, in the early 30s and 40s, in order to do work together that they thought would be much better done if they are united. In 1974, when the Middle East Council of Churches was formed finally, those evangelicals decided that they would form the Fellowship of Middle East Evangelical Churches, FMEEC.
In 1997, FMEEC's Theological Committee began working on a full communion proposal for its member churches. In 2006, the Executive Committee reached an agreement between Lutheran and Reformed member churches, which these churches adopted and came to be known as the Amman Agreement. FMEEC achieves its goals through its General Assembly, its highest decision-making body. The Executive Committee carries out the role of the General Assembly wherever the Constitution allows, between two meetings of the Assembly. Committees formed by the Executive Committee to fulfill the Fellowship's aims through programs such as a series of seminars for church leaders on the subjects of evangelical identity, spirituality, theology, and testimony. Training of Iranian church leaders since 1991, Iraqi church leaders since 2003, women and pastors' wives, Sunday school teachers, principals of church-related schools, youth leaders, 3-year cycles of theological and practical seminars for laity, 2-year cycle of 4 conferences on the topic Christian and Evangelical Presence in the East. In 2010, FMEEC identified the strategic plan and undertook the effort to map the Fellowship's priorities for the next decade, when it became evident to the evangelical regional churches that they had a role as catalysts in their societies and a need to review their involvement in local and regional levels. One of the greatest accomplishments of the FMEEC churches was the courageous decision during the 6th General Assembly to call by unanimous vote for the ordination of women to the sacred ministry of the Word and Sacraments. The National Evangelical Synod of Syria and Lebanon was the first member church to ordain women.
Since the war in Syria broke out, the Fellowship has been involved also in relief work.
In 2012, after 9 months of violence in the region, FMEEC launched its spontaneous and simple humanitarian response. Through its network of 11 churches spread throughout Syria, FMEEC provided cash assistance, rent, to tens of recently displaced families. However, as the need grew beyond the capacity of the local churches, FMEEC made the decision to upgrade its network of operational hubs, churches, by requesting that churches have their own humanitarian relief teams, which would consist of volunteers to reduce admin costs, help to assess the needs, register families, select beneficiaries from among the most vulnerable, and help in the distribution of aid and the evaluation of relief efforts.
كان الدمار في كل مكان والعيش في مدينة حلب أصبحت شبه معدومة وقررنا بالرحيل.
إحدى المعاناة الكبرى بحياة البلد هي هجرة الناس، وبالأخص هجرة الشباب يعني عم نفتقد الشباب الفاعل والعامل، المنتج المفكر المبدع اللي هو أساس بهيدي، أساس بالبلد يعني ومستقبل البلد.
ولكن يد الله القديرة ورحمته الواسعة أرسل لنا رحمة، رابطة كنائس الإنجيلية في الشرق الأوسط، من أجل يدعموا الناس ماديا ومعنويا ونقديا.
ومن خلال دعمهم وسندهم نحن كنا مصرين على البقاء هون رغم المعوقات والصعوبات كل هالسنوات والأزمة اللي مرقنا فيها.
فقد ساهموا مساهمة فعالة في تأمين مساعدات نقدية للعائلات التي هي بحاجة، وتأمين مساعدات غذائية وصحية، والعديد من الشحنات، الثياب.
Through shared experience between FMEEC, its partners and the implementers, now 15 churches of diverse denominations, FMEEC's humanitarian relief work has been greatly enhanced and became one of the most committed humanitarian religious NGO in the area of its work, especially in food aid and rent. Over the past 4 years, FMEEC has been subsidizing the rent of 700 displaced families and has procured and distributed 90,294 food baskets to the most vulnerable families in Aleppo, Tartus, Latakia, Homs, Hama, Hasaka, and the towns and villages of their provinces. Additionally, FMEEC has procured and delivered 45,820 non-food items in the form of bedding, kitchen utensils, hygiene kits, blankets, sleeping bags, emergency lights, and stoves.
During the 6 years of civil war, we come to know that FMEEC has truly been with us through all the hardships that we have been through. You are really a miraculous presence in our midst as a facilitator, as an enhancer, and as an nurturer. We are truly thankful. May God bless and prosper FMEEC's ministry everywhere, especially in Syria.
FMEEC has also received, cleared, and distributed 14 40-foot containers consisting of clothes, bedding, shoes, hygiene kits, medical equipments like wheelchairs, crutches, and school supplies. FMEEC was quick to respond to water problems in Aleppo. Through the help of its partners, FMEEC supported the digging, operation, and maintenance of 3 wells in 1 church and 2 schools, providing all the necessary machinery and accessories. As a pioneer when it comes to children and their needs, FMEEC has supported trauma workshops and children's friendly spaces projects since mid-2014 through partners.
هيدا البرنامج اللي قدمه من خلال الدعم غير كتير أولاد تحسنوا، صاروا يقدروا يصلوا، يقدروا يرسموا، يعبروا، يلعبوا، وحتى كانوا يقدروا ينالوا الغذاء اللي هو غير متوفر في بيوتهم. هيدا التغيير ما صار بالنسبة للأولاد فقط، كان في تغيير تاني الأولاد نقلوه لحياة أهاليهم.
FMEEC employs ICRC codes of humanitarianism. Through following this, local churches conduct regular needs assessment studies to respond according to changing needs and use standardized beneficiary selection criteria to include the most vulnerable families, regardless of faith, sect, denomination, race, political affiliation, and/or gender of the beneficiaries.
التعاون بين الكنيسة الكاثوليكية في المنطقة ورابطة مجلس الكنائس الإنجيلية في الشرق الأوسط هو تعاون فعال وأثمر نتائج جيدة جداً على مستوى الحياة التي يعيشها المهجرون خصوصاً في المنطقة.
نحن الكنائس كنا عم نتعاون مع بعض على صعيد تقديم المعونات الإغاثية، ولكن المعونات الإغاثية كانت تشمل كل الشعب السوري بكل أديانه وبكل مذاهبه دون تمييز.
كان خطابنا الروحي مع الناس الغير مسيحيين كان فعلا أيضا يضع البلسم على الجراح، وبالتالي كمان الكنيسة ساعدت بالمقابل مقابل العمل الروحي، العمل الاجتماعي نوعا ما والاقتصادي، انه تساعد بقدر ما بتقدر الكنيسة بشيء معين بدعم احتياجات الناس.
The church's role developed beyond only seeing to families' daily psychological needs to caring for their spiritual and psychological problems. The parental, educational, and social role that the Church has aspired to take is being adopted in its finest model through FMEEC and its implementers' work in Syria.
أوجه الشكر الجزيل لكل أعضاء الرابطة، رابطة الكنائس الإنجيلية في الشرق الأوسط، لكل الدعم الذي تقدمه للعمل الإغاثي، لكل العائلات المتضررة، ولكل المانحين، أكيد ما ننسى المانحين يلي هن عم يدعمونا، ونسأل الله أن يستمر هذا الدعم لحين انتهاء الحرب السورية.
So yes, we are extremely thankful to those who have donated and those who donate and those who will, God willing, donate in the future.